It's that time again to gather and write with all your friends. It is time for the live stream. Is that our new theme song? How's everyone doing? What's up? What's up? Long time no see. Some of you I saw, let me check my watch here, probably like 2 hours ago. Hello. Aaron, how's it going? Johnny, hello. I guess here you'll be War Bagel so people know who I'm talking about. But hello. Phoenix Drone. The word leader themselves. Zerg, how's it going? Zerg, your name's a lot easier to pronounce as Zerg, so unfortunately you'll forever be Zerg. Even though I always thought it was Zergo. How's everyone doing? Oh, hello, little dog. You want to come in here? That sock. Dog reveal. Done. Check it off the list. She came in carrying a sock. That is Bailey. Bailey follows me around everywhere. And because I didn't latch the door this live stream, she nudged it open and she looked in. She was like, "Can I come in?" And now, how do you say no? How do you say no? Oh man. Show dog. Oh my god, large. All right, Aaron says, I'm a bit behind where I want to be writing, but still on track for 50K this month. Aaron, that is awesome. But also keep in mind, 50K is like the ideal goal if we just had to put a number somewhere, which is exactly how we came up with the number 50K. Any progress you make is good progress, and we're gonna push you to hit that 50K as best we can. As best we can. Lantern Valley, hello, welcome. I'm gonna be adding splices between a couple scenes today, so lots of reading and writing combo. I love it. And Ariana, hello, welcome. It's gonna be a chill day today. I am in a scene that I'm really excited about for my story. Earlier today was not totally feeling, I think Wednesday is the hardest day for me to write. I think Monday, I fire up the computer, I join these streams, and I'm like, I'm back, I'm recharged, I'm refreshed. Tuesday, I log in, and I'm like, I'm still riding this wave of like, I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly where I'm going. But Wednesday, Wednesday today, especially because it's so dang hot in this studio room today. If you see me drenched in sweat by the end of this, just pretend I'm not, and let me live that lie. Let me live that lie that everyone's not seeing me glisten. But Wednesday, the hard day for me. But this live stream, I come to this stream and I'm full of energy. I'm ready to hang out. I'm ready to make some writing progress. Whew. Yeah, War Bagel says, I remember you saying that in the Pro Writing Gate sprints. It has not changed. It has not changed. We had the HVAC person come into the come look at our boiler. And we were testing out to make sure there's no leaks in the system. So he was like, just run the in-floor heating in the basement all night. And I was like, ooh, it's gonna be a hot one tomorrow. And I came downstairs today and it's like 80 degrees, which it's like 40 degrees outside. And it's like 60 degrees up there, which is the rest of the house, and it feels great up there. I come down here and I'm just like sweltering. Plus we got the lights, we got the laptop, yada yada yada. Anyways, Zurg says, speaking of goal, I tried setting up the track bear thing and did it like a butt, so I'm at negative 120 words or something. Man, that sounds like a tough problem. You'll just have to write at least 120 words today to break back to 0. There is, when you go to put in a word goal, like your progress each day, there's a checkbox to say whether or not, let's say like you didn't quite know the exact words that you wrote today, but you can look at your document and see the total word count. There's a checkbox you can go in there and say, I'm just going to keep logging the total word count, and it'll crunch the numbers for you. So maybe you did something like that, like you entered in a word count and then you edited and then you checked that box again, so it was negative words. That's my best guess. But either way, we will prevail. Well. Also, we're still figuring out track bear. Yeah, also good things are, it seems like with track bear, there's very few things that you are like locked into. So you can even go back to prior days and modify your numbers and everything. I believe in you. I believe in the Zurg. Hold on, let me get my Scrivener set up here. Write project open up. When I write in a hot room, there is one thing that slows down my writing, and it's not feeling hot. I can kind of work through that. But it's like having my forearm sticking to the desk I'm writing on, not a good feeling. Peeling your arm off of the desk after writing for 20 minutes, not a good feeling. But hey, look, if you want to write in solidarity tonight, turn on that heat and write along with me, and we'll sweat it all out. Real ones will turn the heat up for this live stream. But only the real ones. All right, so here's the deal. I am on a great scene in my story. I'm just about to reveal the magical creatures that we'll be dealing with. I'm feeling good about it. I know I'm probably not gonna nail this scene first try, but I can get it down well enough that I can keep writing and come back later in edits and really touch it up once I know more about how the characters in the world need to interact with each other. You may find that happening a lot in your stories too. I think this is a good way to go about things. Is sometimes you start writing a scene and you're like, I really wanted this to be more impactful, more exciting, more dramatic. And it may be tempting to just go back and do it all over again and try to bring it to that level. And maybe you find success with that, but I have not found success in that. I just end up writing it and being like, ooh, now I want it to be better in a different way. So I get my scenes down on the first try and then just hope that if there's anything I know right off the bat that needs to be done better, I jot it down in my notes and come back to it in editing. And I highly suggest something like that for your workflow. Wear a fluffy house coat. Easy. All right, I think that today's about writing. I'm gonna restart our 25-minute timer here. Where Bagel says, I need to stop doing that myself. I get burnt out fixing scenes. I definitely get that as well. The excitement and energy and positivity I can bring out when I'm writing something new is very different than when I'm editing something I've already written. A lot harder to like keep that motivation up, in my opinion. But writing something new is almost always exciting. Speaking of, let's write something new. I'm gonna put 25 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna turn that lo-fi music up. Johnny, I did see your comment in the Pro Writing Aid thing where you were like, what, no lo-fi music? I just didn't connect the dots that you were there until after that comment had scrolled past. So now, specifically for you, I bring back the lo-fi music. Good luck on your riding, everyone. I'll see you in 25 minutes. over here. How'd everyone do? I forgot to turn up the music at the start of the stream, but I remembered halfway through. I hope that was okay. I felt like I made pretty good progress there. I was in the midst of the scene, 762 words. I'd say that's about my normal pace. Having a good time. Ariana, 344 words. Zerg did 455. I love writing Ella so much. Isn't that a good feeling? When you have a character you enjoy telling the story for. Margot somehow crossed the 1K mark. Let's go. I love that. Good progress, everyone. Good progress. Oh, I forgot I need to be on 59 mode in case they're here. Oh man. Yeah, if it wasn't for the heat, it'd be a great day of writing. I've been feeling tired today, so I didn't expect much good progress on stream. And yet, once you got writing, 1,000 words, no problem. It's crazy. I mean, clearly you guys all know this. I say it so much. It's like exercise. Like, if you're not feeling good, if you're not like high spirits that day, if you're not like vibing, sitting down in front of the computer is so hard. But once you sit down in front of the computer, you're just like, all right, well, might as well write. And War Bagel says, I don't know how to check my word count on PC. Oof. War Bagel, what are you writing in? Are you on Google Docs? Are you on Word? LibreOffice, Notepad, Notepad++? Lantern Valley, I was thinking about, I want to go to my standing desk because I was being lazy with posture. I write at my standing desk every now and then. I got one in my other room. Every now and then. It feels good. It doesn't feel any better or worse than writing sitting down. But someone in the Pro Writing Gate live stream said, maybe it was yesterday, that they find that they typically write faster. I think they said sitting down over laying down. Like they write faster when they're sitting down as opposed to when they're laying down. And I'm like, you're writing laying down? That can't be good for you. Yeah, War Bagel, if you go into, I think it's tools, there's a word count option. I think it's like shift, at least on Mac, something like Shift Command C or something. It's in there though. Look through the menus up at the top. And then once you have that up, you can even highlight chunks of text and see what's in there. So it's easier to tell if you have a big doc. You can select everything new that you wrote and boom, you got the numbers. Lantern Valley was thinking I should try Scrivener at some point. I'm just so used to basic text docs. Lantern Valley, I think you'd be surprised at how the text editor in Scrivener is basically Microsoft or LibreOffice style. Like it is a very basic word processor when you look at it. It's all of the it's all of these other things like the folder organization and the compiling stuff that make it like more fancy. But the actual text editor is pretty basic. Controls Shift C. There you go. There you go. Havoc Gray. Hello, Havoc. Hello. Lantern Valley says laying down dictating sounds fun. It does sound fun. One time, I don't know if you guys remember this. I've only really partnered with a couple companies for like branded sponsored stuff in my videos. One that we did in the Discord as well as with a video was a dictation service. It was called ProseWrite, and ProseWrite honestly was pretty sick. You could record on whatever you wanted, and then you uploaded the file to their website, and then it transcribed everything. And it used AI to assist with like, okay, we didn't quite hear what words you said here, but looking at the context of everything around it, we can reasonably assume this word is what you meant to say. And it had additional toggles for just like cleaning up your text that you could turn on. So it would take your transcription, it would show you the original, and then you could choose to further process it. I was playing around with that one day. I had to drive to the airport and back. I think that's what it was. And I was like, man, this is a 2-hour drive. How sick would it be if I just took my phone and I turned it on the voice recorder? And I had a short story idea in my head. I was like, what if I just dictate a short story on the drive home? Wouldn't that be sick? So I was like, you know, I'm just going to go for it. This ProseWrite thing I can play around with. I can upload something in there. This would be awesome to just burn some time on my drive, have a good time, and then have a short story at the end of it. So now I'm driving, I'm talking into my phone. It's on like a holder in front of me for probably 45 solid minutes. I'm dictating this short story, and I'm like kind of surprised. It's like coming together, you know? Like I'm doing this short story, and I'm kind of starting to surprise myself with this like improv dialogue, and characters are feeling different from each other. And I'm like, oh man, I'm onto something. And I wrap up my 45 minutes. I you know, dictate the ending of the story, and I'm like, oh, what a cliffhanger. I love that. So I stop the recording, and then I go to play it back, and it was just gobbledygook. It was just garbled audio the whole time. It's like the noise of the car. It's like me talking. It's like every little bump on the road I'm hitting, and this little stand is like shaking. I think my phone was connected to the Bluetooth of the car, but it wasn't. It was just terrible. It was terrible. But you know what? The first draft of that story still in my head because I dictated it. I spoke the whole thing aloud, and I kind of figured out like what was working and what wasn't working during that process. So now even if I was to write that short story again today, it wouldn't feel like I'm doing a first draft. It would feel like I've already knocked out some of the kinks and like doing the second draft. I was quite sad though, but it didn't feel like wasted time. And I was like, wait, maybe there's something here for a dictation. Like, maybe this winter we have these hiking trails that we've cut into the woods around our cabin. It would be pretty cool to just be stomping around there in like the snow and everything in my big jacket, dictating maybe with some AirPods in or something, just dictating a short story or something. That sounds pretty sick to me. Dirk says, my dad had been doing something similar with his poems back in 2019. Boom. I mean, there's definitely something to be said for dictation. It's definitely something to be said for it. We're bagel. I think what you said here is something a lot of people feel like. I would love to do that, but I always feel like writing is a language I hear with my eyes and speak with my fingers. Now, here's the thing. I get that, but that's because that's how you've learned to tell stories, because that's pretty much the only way you've done it. You've seen it in your head and you've translated that into pen and paper or to a keyboard. But what if you started practicing that connection straight from the brain to your mouth? Because the speed is still there. Like, you are thinking about your story at a certain rate, and right now you're probably just mostly limited by how quickly you can type or write. But if you start to bridge that connection between your head and just being able to speak it out loud, maybe you start processing the story a lot faster. just because now you're not limited by the potential of your words per minute. Now, it does feel super weird. It does feel super weird to do this dictation thing and to be like speaking your character's dialogue out loud all the time. That does feel weird. You kind of feel like an adult playing with dolls, being like, but like, don't clip that. That's what it feels like, though. So stupid. All right, I think we're about ready to do our next sprint. I think those who are good conversationalists maybe have experienced or enjoyed or found that they're somewhat good at like improv. I feel like that's the person that would thrive best in doing transcription. Yeah. So those people will have a great time. I know we've been missing Cora. I know Cora is more of a night owl. Yeah, sad. I've been missing having Cora be in the chat. Oh man, I gotta clip that. Nah, that's okay. I'm just kidding. You can always clip things I do in the live stream. I have no shame and I always think it's funny. All right, cool. All that being said, let's do some more writing. How's that sound? 25 minutes on the clock. I'll turn the music up this time. Good luck on your writing. Let's do it. second sprint is over. How'd you guys do? Zerg says 400 words and Ella's section is over. I got about 800 words on that sprint, and it felt so good. Felt like a really fun scene. And I went through and I opened up it for those who use Scrivener. If you click and highlight all of the chapters you want to look at, a lot of times it'll open it up in this sort of outline view where you can see things like the total word for each scene. But if you put it on Scrivenings with everything highlighted, it just appends everything together and you can see your total word count down at the very bottom. So this is the specific point where I leave Act 1 and go into Act 2. And I can see that this is about 17,000 words. So I think that means this story is probably gonna land at 90,000 words if I had to guess. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, if you use Scrivener, that's really handy. Aaron crossed 15,000 words total today. Congratulations. That's a huge milestone. That's awesome. I love that. 15,000 words. Doesn't that feel good? Margot says 2K total this chapter, another 1,000 new. Look at that. Ariana, 502 words. What a sprint. Good sprints. Warbagel, 250 words. Michaela somehow got over 1,000 words in that sprint. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And Justin, welcome to the present. 170 words. Hey, you know, you've been doing the sprints, last sprint double time. You had a much shorter sprint than others. But from here on out. Chicken Lover, 123 words, about my usual pace. Hello, Chicken Lover. You know why? I told you last stream, I said Chicken Lover, whenever I say your name, it cracks me up. I think it's because me and one of my really close friends, back in like middle school and high school, had an inside joke, and it was all based on the video game Fable. Anyone here ever play the game Fable? Great game, great game. Fable, one of the very early nicknames you get from all the villagers who see you as this hero running around town trying to make a name for themselves. One of the very first nicknames you get is, if you kick a chicken, everyone starts calling you Chicken Chaser. What are you, some kind of chicken chaser? And we said that to each other so much. Chicken chaser? You chase chickens? Chicken chaser? You chase chickens? Oh my god, we probably said that to each other 1,000 times over like 4 years. Which is a moderate pace. Only 250 a year, that's not even once a day. Chicken chaser. Leonard Valley clip that. Are you familiar with the gorilla song Captain Chicken? I have not heard that. I imagine if you're a chicken lover, you know all the chicken songs. That only makes sense. I love the lore drop. Speaking of a clip, how does one share a clip here? Just pastely? I think so. I don't really know much about YouTube Live. I should probably figure that stuff out. Have chased a few chickens in your day. I would expect nothing less from Chicken Lover. Chicken Lover. You love chickens. I need to get some of my UK friends to record that for me. Put that on a soundboard. Chicken chaser. So stupid. Oh man, dude, Fable was amazing. Fable was amazing. And here's a little bit of extra lore. the maddest I ever got at my older brother was when me being in high school, pre-ordered, and I never pre-order games, pre-ordered Fable 3, I think. Maybe it was Fable 2. Pre-ordered it, following it in Game Informer, Tips and Tricks, video game magazines, following the development of this heralded game about how hype it was. I'm waiting for months, paid for with my own money. I go to school, it's release day. I come running back home from the bus stop, excited to play this game I've been waiting for months for, where I paid my own dang money for. And what do I find? My college age older brother, deadbeat, not even in class that day, having opened my pre-ordered game and playing it before I got there. Need I say more? I gotta cool off. I'm back. Only younger siblings know this feeling. Only younger siblings know this feeling. Those older siblings, man, I'm telling you. Spoiled rotten. Such an older brother move. It is. His go-to move, I'm sure maybe he'll see this stream one day. His go-to move was, my parents would be like, all right, Carson's birthday is coming up. What should we get him? And he would be like, he definitely wants this video game. But then he would just say a video game he wanted. We better get back to writing. I better write a violent scene next. Work these feelings out. So good. Oh, what? You noticed that? You noticed that, Justin? All right. Enough older sibling stories. Chicken Lover says, I don't even have chickens anymore, but I accidentally made it my whole online personality. That's hilarious. You know, here's the thing. You don't even have to have chickens to love chickens. And you know what? If there's one thing to say, Chicken Lover, is that you are consistent. Chicken Lover. You love chickens. All right, let's do some more writing. All right, another sprint. This will be our last sprint today. Let's make it a good one. 25 minutes on the clock. I'll turn the music up. Make some good progress. Let's do it. our final writing sprint is done. Kaylee, how's it going? Better late than never. Is that a saying? I think that's a saying. War Bagel says, well, I outlined this next little scene and a little daunted to start, but at least I got it outlined. Hey, I was kind of in the same place. I finished the scene where I knew how things were going to happen. And I know I didn't have enough time to start writing the next chapter and kind of get it moving. And so as opposed to spinning my wheels and not really creating anything of really good substance before the sprint was over, I just jotted down some notes for what needs to happen next. And then now tomorrow, when I write that scene, it'll be perfect. Hopefully. Margaret says, finished one chapter and started the next. Got about 1,000 words again. Nice. A productive evening. Margot, a productive evening. Zerg's at 30,000 words. That's crazy. Good progress. Good progress. Ariana, 391 words. Nice. Feels good. Feels good to be making that kind of progress, right? I ended the day at 1,800 words on this draft. And you know what it sounds like? Maybe something that would be beneficial is to open up TrackBear, and for our new TrackBear friends, to show the process so you're not getting all tripped up. Justin doing a bit better, 250. Nice, nice. Michaela, 525 this time. That's some good progress. That's some good momentum. Now, I'm a couple days behind on my TrackBear word count. Check the leaderboard real fast. J Sam, hello. 1,292 words today. That's an achievement right there. That's a good one. Good job, J Sam. Ooh, we got Jeff Wag, who's also, I don't know if you guys saw Jeff Wag. Jeff was here last sprint. I don't know if Jeff is here today, but Jeff liked the idea of the TrackBear, so they've been using it as well. Jeff is from the Pro Writing Aid streams. Justin says, how much is TrackBear paying you, or did you make this site? LOL. I did not, but this feels like it would be a good kind of development project. This is definitely a passion project just for someone who was like, I just want a lightweight kind of cool word tracker. No, I came across TrackBear because I was looking at what other November challenges were coming about this year, and TrackBear had some kind of leaderboard thing that they were doing to track November stuff. So then I was like, hey, I mean, if it's free, kind of has a cool UI, is able to get everyone on this kind of leaderboard thing, let's try it out. That was one thing. I will say this, Justin, it would have been nice last year if I could have been easily, if I could have easily told how many words we had all written for November, because that's a fun stat to have. And I did not have that. And so when I saw this, I was like, hey, this could be cool. Kaylee says, what was the super gamified tracker called? That was called For the Words, the number 4, For the Words. That one, you have a little avatar. You write in their product. It's like a fully, like you do everything on the platform. Every word you write does 1 damage to a monster you're fighting, and you kill the monster with your word count. You get armor and rewards and all kinds of stuff. Zerg, oh my god, I added 88 pages. This is why you gotta hold on. Let me help you here. Let me go grab my word count. 1869. So you go down to the bottom right, you have to have a project already made, and that project is really just a description for what you're working on. So like for my project here in Tiny Doors, I added a project here. You can do things like, here's like the overall word count I'm going for. In my case, I just said, hey, I have this blank project. Yeah, I'm in the drafting state. There you go. If you wanted to add a story that you've already made a lot of progress on, you can add a starting balance of words or pages, I believe. And then once you have a project, you can click our little button down here to enter progress, choose the date, choose the project if you have more than one that you're working on. And then I think 1689 was how many words I had. So now it says set new project total. Also, War Bagel, I also felt the same way in that 4 of the words was just a little too much for what I was looking for. Otherwise, I looked at it if there was a cool community thing we could do there, but it was a little too much. Now, if you just hit save or submit here, this is how many words are added on to your total. But you can also work this opposite way and updating the total word count for the whole project, and it'll figure out how many words you wrote each day. This is the confusing UI thing, right? This is the passion project. It's not a perfect tool. Sometimes when I see a toggle, that toggle and the description next to it, that description tells me if I was to turn on this toggle, this would be the expected results. But instead, this shows me what the current result is, and if I toggle it, it changes that value. So that confuses me a little bit. I'm so used to seeing it a different way. But now if you just hit submit, it's gonna add your total word count there. Now I can go down to stats. You can see I have this whole like habit tracker thing going on. I only started using this November 1st. I may have somehow deleted myself from the graph. Very, just when you think it can't get worse. I also, if I go into my projects, go into Tiny Doors, I believe I missed putting in yesterday's, maybe not. Yeah, I don't have the 11th. If you're using Scrivener, here is a life-saving feature if you like this kind of word tracking thing. You can go up to project, writing history, and you can see on a day-by-day basis how many words you contributed to your draft. So I know yesterday I added 1,893 words. So now I can go back in here, enter in some progress. 1,893 words. I'll set this for yesterday. And that's going to be added to the total. Nice. So now I am all caught up with this one. Also, my computer seems to be struggling. This might be where my whole computer crashes. I also need to go ahead and enter my progress in for Upon Careless Gray Hills. Yoink. Today, I did not get a lot of words in Upon Careless Gray Hills. 635. I was just in here and it was so dang hot. Click in here, change the project to Upon Careless Gray Hills. Only 635 words. Submit. A weekday for Upon Careless Gray Hills. How the heck do you go back to that collective dashboard after entering the progress? That is all under leaderboards. Yes, that is right. And then yesterday, project, writing history. Yesterday, I put in 855 words on Upon Careless Gray Hills. Come on, come on. There we go. Some weekdays on Upon Careless Gray Hills. It's a little bit harder in the Pro Writing Aid live stream to make progress. There's a lot more people in those, and I'm trying to trying to make sure that the chat is kind of moderated. Here, you and I mean, we're just hanging out. I trust that you guys aren't saying crazy things in the chat. I mean, as long as Frey's not in here, I can trust that. Oh, Frey. I wonder what Frey's up to these days. Zerg, you say fun crazy things, not dangerous crazy things. And you don't need to change that. It is important to note here that I set up this leaderboard. I set up this leaderboard specifically so that you can have your own goal for the month and work towards that. You do not have to be competing for that 50,000 word goal. You could set a lower word count and still have your graph on here look appropriate, you know? So like by default, everyone who joins this leaderboard has a goal of 50,000 words, but if you don't write that fast and you still want your graph to look good, you can set a lower goal, and everything that's represented up here is the percentage you are to completing that goal, right? Which begs the question, Margot, should we change our goals? If Margot's still here. War Bagel, did you get auto modded? Oh, that is oh, you're talking about the book name. I see that. Upon Careless Gray Hills. How'd you come up with such an amazing title? I will tell you that one. The title for that came about pretty early in the story idea. And the town of Whittier, Alaska is named after a poet. I believe his name is John Whittier, who, by the way, to my knowledge, has never set foot in Alaska. And I was looking through a bunch of his poetry, trying to find inspiration for a title, because I thought that would be nice. And then I found something that was Upon Gray Hills, and I was like, I need something moodier. So then I decided Upon Careless Gray Hills, and that's a good one. You don't have to, Margot. You don't have to. Just thinking outside the box. It is nice to see our cool graphs shooting up into the sky. All right, let me double check that I've got all of my stuff entered for Upon Careless Gray Hills. And tomorrow I need to do my pro writing aid stuff, because I'm also keeping track of my word count over there. And that looks pretty good. You can now go into your stats and see each day that you've written. You don't get as cool of a graph as the leaderboards. I haven't played around with goals. You can set your own goals yet. And if you click on here, it looks like it's about the same thing as the leaderboard, but just a personal thing. So if you want to say like, I want to build a habit and write every day, you can have a goal there, and I'm sure you get some cool graph or something. But I have not played around with this yet. And it seems to be there's some kind of public profile you can turn on. Hold on, I don't want to showcase any API keys. Hold on. Looks like okay. I've turned, if you go into your settings, if you are interested in this, if you go into your account settings, you can turn your profile public. And now it looks like other people can come in and view your progress and your word count and your stuff. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to do that. Maybe you could even do this now from the leaderboard. I wonder if you have a public account, could I click on Margot and see all the projects that Margot's working on or something? If you click on, Chicken Lover says, if you click on projects, you can see cool graphs. I wonder what tags is for. We need someone to do some more research on tags. Oh yeah, I did see this. Honestly, Margot, one day you should put together a little, I don't know if you already have this on your Substack or something, but a little thing about selling Notion to other writers, because I use Notion for work. So I know, like, first off, I think that there are plenty of project management tools that could be beneficial for writers. I'd like to make a video on that one day, because I know that there's some people I think that would help them stay on track for things. So you should do something about Notion one day on your Substack. Anyways, that's Track Bear. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Kaylee almost at 20,000. That's pretty sick. Bras at 13,000. Chicken Lover, 3,000 words. Let's go. Ariana almost about to crack the 10,000. I don't know if you've already put in your words or what, Ari. I don't think we have Willow today. Willow's at 11,000. Havoc about to crack 8,000. Let's go. Oh, that's so cool. This is my favorite part about this. Zergo already at 7 pages, crushing it at -73 for the month. Let's go. No, that's -73 below the par. I don't know how words and pages count with that. They have, this is versus the par. So if you wanted to write on track to hit 100% of your goal, I think this is saying, I don't know. And potatoes away, shooting for 90,000 words. What in the world? Justin trying to farm some likes for me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I've been enjoying it so far. I've enjoyed everyone's sort of positive reaction. Maybe there's something cool we could do with this in the future. Appreciate it, guys. Lantern Valley, you're wild. You're wild. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I got to get out of this hot freaking room. I had a good time hanging out today. Made a bunch of really good progress. I'm feeling really good about this story. I feel like it's got a lot of charm. It's got some interesting characters, and I'm really about to crack into all the character development that I'm looking so forward to. One of the goals that I had going into writing Tiny Doors was that I wanted to have a smaller cast of characters, and I wanted every single character to go through some sort of major change, right? To have a problem that we resolve by the end of the story, and we can see how life is better for these characters. And that really starts in Act 2. So I'm really excited for that. So yeah, if you're gonna keep on writing, good luck, best of luck. If you want to try the Track Bear thing, there's Justin, there's a link in the information channel for Novella November in the Discord, that after you have an account in Track Bear, you just click that and it'll add you right to the leaderboard, if you are so interested. Cool. Well, if anyone's joining tomorrow, I'll see you then. I hope you make great progress on your writing, and I can't wait to share this story with you all. So take care, everyone. Take care. If you're here tomorrow, I'll see you then.